Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for the Cydia Final Fantasy Operonia, in which I am going to be taking on the Twins LUFENIA, and I am pretty much just going to be memeing on the whole thing as a result of the team that I've got. I am bringing in a team of Twins, Bartz and Zidane, with a Cloud of Darkness friend and a Pandemonium summon. So there are a few things to watch out for in this quest. The first thing is, well, let's just go over what kind of setup we have, right? We have one of the fucking Lamias, like they've turned a Lamia into a LUFENIA boss, which is kind of annoying. And the ads that they summon, one of them is Penelo. And she starts off the quest, and if you let her get a turn, she uses her LD skill on your entire party, which does a lot of damage. And it will also full cleanse the bosses, so you don't want to let her get a turn. That's part of the reason I brought in Zidane. He's just pretty much going to be like deleting her turn and then vanishing himself to get replaced by COD. Yeah, you pretty much have to farm the ads on the side to do damage to the main boss, which is why Twins are so good here. Like, throughout Twins' entire burst period, I think everything is like triple enemy waves. Or at least like this event, and then the upcoming intersecting wills, whatever it's called, with Garnet is also triple enemies. So that's kind of funny, because obviously Twins excel. The more targets there are on the field, you really don't want to use them if it's only a single target boss. For 2 targets, they're great, and for 3 targets, they're the best. So that's the thing. The LUFENIA orb is to deal 850,000 HP damage or more to the enemy in a single turn. To increase the orb count, and it does it by +8. So, I mean, that's very possible, but your options for that are kind of limited. Also, the boss is immune to bravery damage dealt during launch. So this is when they're starting to try and nerf Zidane's. But joke's on them, because he's still an amazing call ability, because all you need to do is dump your bravery constantly when he's on the LDCA slot. So yeah, I'm pretty much going in with this team. I have greened up Twins. I was saving up my ingots for them because they are absolutely fearsome in multi-target fights. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And let's download 4 MB first. You might notice I've got Iraha as a call ability. That's just going to help out with overall damage, to be honest. Like I could have brought Kurasame, because I think Iraha with Zidane is actually really good, but because we're not using Zidane phase burst, we don't really need it at the moment. But you know, I brought it anyway, just because. So straight away, I am just going to be. I'm not fucking around. I'm getting up the Twins burst. Let's get up those delicious burst auras, because the Twins burst auras against 3 targets are so disgustingly strong. They might as well be a support character and like not a DPS character. You know, they're kind of both. Alright, so let's drop Varys on everyone, and I am going to pretty much delete C, because I really don't want Penelo taking a turn at all, ever. She is a problem. So now I'm going to sub out. I'm going to bring in COD, who's also going to burst, obviously. Like, these burst pluses are just so like overwhelmingly dominant in terms of the amount of damage that they do and the amount of utility that they have. This is kind of what I was afraid was going to happen. Like, I mean, obviously there are a lot of very strong LD only characters, but the meta does become very centralized around the burst users if you choose to play the game that way. Granted, not everyone can do it because bursts are freaking expensive, but if you want characters that stand the test of time, definitely your investments in them will not go to waste. Because with all of these like overlapping auras, it's just going to get silly. So hopefully we will not trigger the like she's going to take another turn. There we go, which is pretty much what I wanted. And now I am going to pivot into Bartz here. In fact, am I actually going to do that? Yes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Rain's LD level 1. And I'm gonna bring Bartz's turn up here. Now I have a reason for doing this. So he's not going to do very much damage like at all. Just fine. But then that's going to trigger COD's follow-up. And then on COD's free turn, we're just going to LD. Which is going to break them and get us the breathing room that we need in terms of turns. So I like pretty much have no reason not to use Mega Flare Plus here. Just look at the amount of damage this shit does. Yeah, and now you have the reason that I wanted to save all of my shit for Twins. Okay, so I'm going to additional ability, and then we Iroha out here. And now I'm going to use Missile. Good enough. And this is where the real fun begins. So let's get our brains. Kind of unavoidable there, I think. There we go. So sadly, we only get like a single arise and not like a double one. But it's still more than enough to just jump into the burst phase with Twins and just behold the absolute fucking carnage. Of course, we got the free skill from Mega Flare, so we should be able to just like ride out the whole freaking wave, just using skills the whole time. So then we're going to go into a Mega Flare. And yeah, there's no point doing bravery attacks during mid-launch because, well, there just isn't. Like you won't do any bravery damage because you'll do like one bravery damage in mid-air always, just because of the gimmick of these bosses. That's what they do. So I'm going to use skill 1 here because it's an instant break. Thanks to, I think that was added in the rework for Twins. Like their skill 1 has turned into an instant break as well as their EX. Like the EX always was, but the skill 1 being like that as well, that's pretty nice. So yeah, I'm just going to ride out the rest of this quest, just constantly destroying the target in the middle. We want as many. We want both ads to be up on the side because that's just like going to basically supercharge Twins' burst effect. Yeah, there's not really much to say. Just witness the carnage and watch the turn count while you're at it. I really need to get around to playing World of Final Fantasy one of these days. But that burst finish is pretty cool, to be honest. Did that kill the ads on this? 12.7 million, by the way, burst damage. What else can you say? Okay, and as if that wasn't bad enough, we are going to go into the summon. So I really should use double hand to get the auras, but like, I don't want to do that. That would be silly. Let's just use LD. Actually, yeah, let's do that. No, let's do double hand. Okay. Doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, and surprise, surprise, we get another LD launch. Okay, might as well LD. I'm not sure whether it's even worth getting the EX up. Well, I'm not going to be able to get escape doing a break here, am I? So let's at least take the launch. Because actually, when you kill the main target, you still do need to kill this guy on the side as well. Yeah, and with Zidane we do have a launch. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. And yeah, pretty simple thanks to the twins. Oh god, of course I let it get another freaking turn. Whatever, it is what it is. Literally just clean up at this point. Something that these two do very, very, very well. 1.1 million per target. Just absolutely nonsense. Oh well, fuck it. We might as well just throw everything we've got it in now. And there we go. 11 turns. Not bad if I do say so myself. So yeah, there's really not much I can say to this that it like doesn't already speak for itself. Twins are absolutely fucking broken. Like for AoE situations, they are the premier damage dealer, and I know that not everyone out there is going to like them because they don't like the art style or whatever, or they don't have any sort of attachment to them from World of Final Fantasy, which is perfectly fine. I know there's a lot of Garland fans out there for some reason, but I'm just personally happy that the twins actually get some time to shine because they've never really stood on the stage of D4 like from the moment they were released right up until now, so now is definitely the time. So thanks everyone for watching, I hope you all enjoyed, and until the next time I'm going to say take care and goodbye.